Hello Crafty Llamas! In this video I'll be showing you how to start off your Tunisian project and then do the Tunisian simple stitch. So to do this you're going to need your yarn and then a hook of the appropriate size, and depending on how many stitches and chains you're doing you may need a cable. I'm just going to be doing a short swatch, so I'm not going to need the cable. I've got an Aran weight yarn and then I've got a 4.5mm interchangeable crochet hook. So I'm going to start with a slip knot and I'm going to pop that on my hook, and I am going to chain 10. So that's the number of stitches that I'm going to have in my project. If you don't know how to chain, then once you've got your slip knot on your hook, you simply yarn over and then you pull it through like that, and then you've got your first chain. So I'm just going to chain 10. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I've chained my 10 stitches that I need, and what we're going to do is we're going to work into the back humps of these stitches. So when I talk about the back humps, let me show you what I mean. So these are the back humps. So on the front you've got these V's, and if we turn it over there's these little bobbly bits in between there. And that's what I mean by the back humps. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop your crochet hook through the back hump of the second chain. So insert your hook into that back hump of the second chain and then pull through that back hump only. So you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. You don't want to pull it through that initial loop that you had at the end of your chain. So insert into the back hump of the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. So you'll have 3. And then keep doing this until you have a total of 10 loops on your hook. So I've now got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then just that one at the start of your chain can be a little bit fiddly. Okay, and 10. So I now have a total of 10 loops on my hook. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in total, like so. And so what it does by working into the back loop is it turns your chain so that you've got the V's on the bottom of your work. And it just makes it a lot neater and it makes it a lot tidier, and it just gives that really nice effect, which I'm quite a fan of. So the next part of Tunisian crochet is this is kind of the return pass is what they call it. So this will be row 1, and then they'll talk about your return pass, and then you'll do row 2 and your return pass. So the return pass is where you then work these stitches off your hook. So to start, what you're going to need is you're going to need to yarn over and pull through that last hook, first loop on your hook, and that gives you the height of the stitch that you need. And then you're going to then yarn over and you're going to pull through the next 2 loops on your hook. And you're going to carry on doing that to the end until you've just got that 1 loop left on your hook. So you're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, 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 pull through 2, and then the last one is yarn over, pull through 2, like so. And that is your first row of Tunisian simple stitch. So the next thing you're going to want to do is, the second row looks different to the first row because obviously we worked into the back hump of the stitch for the first row of your foundation chain. The next one is going to be a little bit different. So what you've got here is you've essentially got your stitches, and then you've got these front posts, and let me use my hook to show you. These are the front posts. These are the like little bits that are vertical, the vertical bars of your stitches. That's what we're going to be picking up. So you're going to insert your hook underneath that vertical bar, yarn over and pull through your vertical bar. Once again, do not pull it through that first hook on the first loop on your hook. And then you're going to go into the next vertical bar, pop your hook underneath it, yarn over and pull through. And you're going to keep doing that to the very last stitch, and then I'll show you, I do the very last stitch, it's a little bit different. So that's a tip that I picked up from Tony of TL Yarn Crafts. And she does a lot of Tunisian crochet and she writes a lot of patterns. But I'll show you that once we get to the end. So you're just going to keep picking up those vertical bars. Like so. And then that is the last kind of easily visible vertical bar. And as you can see, I've kind of got this end section here. So you should have at this point 9 on your hook. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to pick up the last stitch, but I'm going to pick up both legs of the stitch. So far we've only been doing the front leg, which is this vertical bar that we've been picking up. So to create a nice edging, what you're going to do is you're going to, if you turn that last stitch towards you, like so, move my yarn out of the way. What you can see is you've got the front leg here and then you've got the back leg just a little smaller behind it. So you're going to pop that stitch through the front and the back leg of the stitch, picking it up like so. You're going to yarn over and pull through that stitch like so. And it's that simple. You just pick up both legs of the stitch. The next thing you're going to want to do is, once again, you're going to do your return pass. So your return pass is always the same. So you're just going to yarn over, pull through 1 to get the height, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And you're going to carry on doing yarn over, pull through 2 until you get to the end of the row. There we go. So we're now going to do the third row of your Tunisian simple stitch, and it's exactly the same as the one that we did previously. So you're just going to go into these vertical bars here, like so, yarn over and pull through, and you're just going to do that all the way down. That's 9, and then when you get to the last stitch, you're just going to pick up both legs again, pop it through like that, pull it up, and there you have it. So you're then just going to yarn over for your return pass and pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. When I first started Tunisian crochet, I found it quite difficult to distinguish my stitches that I was picking up, and so my stitch count kind of increased and decreased quite randomly as I wasn't quite doing it right. So what I would urge anyone to do, if you're quite new to Tunisian crochet, or even if you're kind of an intermediate level, just count your stitches at the end of each row. I know it sounds quite tedious, but it's always the one time I don't do it, I find I've accumulated or lost a stitch at some point. So I would really recommend that you kind of keep a close eye on your stitch count and that you do a regular roll call of your stitches just to make sure that they're all there. And so what you'll start getting is this kind of upwards. Here we are. So you can see you've got these vertical bars here, and they'll just follow all the way up. I'll do a few more rows. So I've just finished doing approximately 8 rows of the Tunisian simple stitch. And as you can see here, this is what it looks like. So these are the vertical bars that you pick up as you go. And obviously here you've got your chain edge at the bottom where we went into the back humps. And along here you've got the nice neat edge that comes from picking up both legs of your stitch. At the side, what you can see is kind of a neat, or a fairly neat, you've got your V's here. That's just from keeping this initial loop on your hook nice and tight and just keeping that tension consistent for that first loop. So what I'm going to show you now is how to finish your Tunisian crochet in simple stitch. Basically this is how you cast off if you're a knitter, or if you crochet normally you just yarn over it, pull through. There is a specific way of doing it for Tunisian crochet, so I'm going to show you that quickly. So to finish off your work, what you're going to do is you're going to pick up that vertical bar, yarn over and pull through both loops of your hook. So pull through both like so, and you're going to carry on right down to the end. So you're going to pick up that vertical bar, yarn over and pull through both loops like that. So you're only ever going to have that one loop on your hook. So you can do kind of one loop at a time, or you can do both. It's completely up to you. Depending on the yarn, I vary. Sometimes if it's a yarn that splits quite easily, I prefer to do one loop at a time. If it's kind of a yarn where it's not splitting, then I can do both at the same time. It's completely up to you and whatever you feel most confident doing. Like so. And as usual for that last stitch, you're just going to go through both legs of that stitch, yarn over, pull through, oh, there we go, and pull through again, like so. I'm just going to get my scissors, like so, and cut that yarn. So at this point you can either just pull this one through, or you can yarn over and pull through like that. I'm just going to pull it all through like so. And there you have a teeny tiny swatch of Tunisian simple stitch. So as you can tell, it does curl. Don't worry, this is not a problem with your tension. This is just Tunisian crochet. It will always curl, and it curls in pretty much every direction. To combat that, most people opt for blocking. A quick fix, but is not a cure-all, is when you're sewing in your ends, just go in the opposite direction to the curl. So the curl goes this way, so you would just sew in your ends going upwards. And that helps to fight it from curling. But like I said, it doesn't fix the problem completely. So that's it for my Tunisian simple stitch how-to video. If you have enjoyed this video, please do let me know by commenting below and liking it. We do have weekly videos, so please do subscribe to our channel. Our social media handle is Crafty Llama UK, so you can find us on various platforms using that. Please do tag us if you attempt anything in this video, and of course, you can purchase all of the tools used in this video on our Etsy shop, which will be linked below. That's it for this week's video, but I'll be back with you next week for another one. Bye!